Good morning, YouTube. This is Rockhead from Virginia Rockhead. Rockhead Jr. is with me here today.
Hello.
Today is Sunday, so it is the locally collected rocks day. We've got our Extreme 17-pound barrel that's really heavy. We're going to rinse that out. Right now it's full of the Virginia Blue Quartz and the tumbling competition rocks. So the reason I have this thing dedicated so much to the Virginia Blue Quartz is I've never seen anybody tumble that before. So I think that's pretty cool. And we've got the worldwide rock tumbling competition rocks in there. So we'll do a progress check on that. And then when we're done with that, we'll get the Thumlers 15-pound barrel, and it's loaded with all sorts of other locally collected rocks. So let's get started. So here is the contents of the Extreme 17-pound barrel loaded with the locally collected blue quartz. I've separated out the competition rocks for now, so we'll just take a look at the blue quartz. They're just coming along nicely. That piece looks pretty good. This piece doesn't look too bad. But some of them don't look so good. So a really fractured one. So they're coming along, but they've got a really long way to go. Quartz is really hard, so that's expected that this will take a while. We've got other, you see I've got the ceramic media in here. Two different sizes of that. Kind of buffer the blow as they tumble and fall on each other. We've also got some locally collected small rocks, which we also call tumbling media. We think they're just kind of cool, but not really big enough to put in the tumbler for the sole purpose of the polished rock when they're done. So that's it for the blue quartz. Stand by for the competition rock. Okay, so here is the worldwide rock tumbling competition rocks. This competition is put on by the Feather River Lapidary and Mineral Society. They put this competition on once a year. This is my first year doing it. Every year they choose a different type of rock. The way the competition works is it costs $35 to enter the competition. You send in your money. They send you 3 pounds of rocks that you tumble, and then you send back your 5 best rocks. So these have been in the tumbler, I think this is the 3rd week now. I got kind of a late start. The competition starts as early as January 1st, and the deadline is August 15th, I think. So that's quite a while. But I got a kind of a late start. This is only my 3rd week. So these are the rocks. Some of them have a purplish, brownish color, kind of a conglomerate looking thing. Here's another one. They're kind of all over the place, really. It's hard to tell exactly what the best one. Like this one right here, I'm pretty sure is not one that they want to be sent back. But that came in the box. So I have one by far. This one is by far the best one that I have. But I only have really one of these. And you have to send back 5 of your best rocks. So it's a pretty cool looking rock. But you know, I only have one this nice. All the rest of them really don't look much like this at all. So I don't know, I guess everybody has to deal with that, and you just do the best you can with what you've got. So anyway, that's the Worldwide Rock Tumbling Competition rocks. You can see they're coming along, but they have a ways to go yet. I'm not sure of the Mohs hardness scale on these things, but I think they must be relatively soft, because this piece right here has only been in here 3 weeks, and it's looking pretty smooth already. That's my main piece. So, you know, I'll just throw them back in the tumbler. It's not quite ready yet. Throw it back in the tumbler and do a progress check in 1 week. Okay, so that's it for the Extreme 17-pound barrel full of blue quartz and tumbling competition rocks. We'll get these put back in the barrel. Last week, I think I mentioned that I was having some problems with the barrel not using all the grit. So I've been experimenting with more rocks, less rocks, more water, less water, ceramic tumbling media, everything I can think of to use up all the grit. So this week we did a pretty good job of using up the grit. I think we used probably about 95% of it, so that's good. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll get these put back in the barrel and see if we have any room. If we do have any room, what we're going to do is just add more of the blue quartz. So stand by. So here we have the contents of the Thumlers 15-pound barrel full of locally collected rocks. This is my personal favorite barrel. But before we get into the normal process that we do discussing these rocks, there is one particular rock that I would like to discuss, and that is this one right here. It is a AMYGDALOIDal basalt, spelled like this, which to me looks like AMYGDALOIDal. At first I thought, well, who is AMYGDALOIDal and why does she have her own rock? The correct name is AMYGDALOIDal, and it is a basalt, which means it is a volcanic rock. You can see it's got these colors in it. When this rock is formed, it's a lava rock, and it has gas bubbles inside of it. Gas pockets form. And then later, water gets in these gas pockets and deposits its minerals in there. That's how you get these different colors and different minerals inside of this rock. So Caitlin's question was, should you tumble it or slice it? And I think this rock isn't a really good candidate for tumbling because these little mineral pockets can be of a different hardness. So if they're softer than the rock, they will undercut, meaning when they grind it out, it will dig a little deeper in the softer mineral. So to answer your question, Caitlin, I would not tumble this rock if I were you. I have already started the process, and there is some undercutting going on. But I'll tumble these for a few more weeks and see how everything turns out. So back to the normal rocks in our 15-pound tumbler. Stand by for that. Okay, so we'll just do a few rocks of interest out of this barrel. This rock here is one that I found just a week ago and put in the tumbler here. It seems to be doing pretty well. I haven't found one like this before with the red and the yellow. It's coming along nicely.
Some people might think that this is quartz, but it's actually banded agate.
This rock is, I just thought it was pretty cool right there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. but it's coming along nicely. It's got some real nice colors and nice design to that rock.
I found this rock in a local creek. It's quartzite, and I really like the purple color.
This is another plume agate that's coming along beautifully. I didn't realize it was a plume agate until just today. You can see the depth in there. It's got a lot of really nice color and pattern going on inside of there. This is one of my new favorite rocks. And then of course we have my favorite rock, the Precious, with its bands that wrap all the way around. And it is shadow banding. You can see down in between those bands right there when you look at it this way, but when you look at it this way, it looks different. So it's got some rough spots still. It's got a little ways to go in the tumbler, but it is coming along beautifully. So we're going to put these rocks back in the tumbler. Well, actually, first we're going to go through them and see what, if anything, is ready to move on. And then we will add some new rocks if we have room in the barrel. So stand by for that. Okay, so we went through the barrel. This rock here I have decided to get rid of. It has some really cool coloring on it. I like that coloring, but those holes are everywhere, and they go all the way through the rock. They will never go away. So although this rock has some really cool colors in it, I'm just going to get rid of it. It's taking up room in the tumbler. Kind of a shame, but it is what it is. This rock here is the only one this week that I have decided to move on. This is the conglomerate rock. All these rocks are very surprisingly wearing evenly. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it'll look pretty cool when it's all polished up. A couple little teeny flaws in the thing, but for the most part it looks good, and I don't want it to grind down into nothing. These are the rocks that are going to be put in the barrel this week. This one here is the petrified wood, but it is a limb cast. Let me give it some water here. This one here is petrified wood. That's got a lot of orange and blue color in it. I really like that piece. This one here has some real nice purple and white contrast going on. These two Rockhead Jr. found in his creek walks. So we're going to add those two in this week. This is the tangerine rock. This one here I cut last week. I really like that quartz band in there. It's got some good coloring, and I love that quartz band. It wraps around there like that. This one also has a quartz band that wraps around like that. So I think that's cool. This one's got some real good coloring to it. Hopefully that will tumble evenly and look good. This green one here is a little porous, so we'll see how it turns out, but I really like that design on that rock. So that's it. This is more of the same. same as this one. So that's it. That's what's going in the barrel this week. So if you liked the video, folks, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. This week I will be headed out to Houston, Texas for work. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get out and do some rock hounding, maybe even shoot a little video of some rock hounding. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. So coming up Wednesday, we have the Keno Barrel Haul progress check and the Internet Purchased Rocks progress check coming up. I have recently purchased a bunch of new rocks that I'm real excited about coming up on Wednesday. So we'll get to check all that out. Thanks for watching.